Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we will be dealing with the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, and it is given in NCERT book Beehive, page number 50. So, before going into the poem, we should understand it from our life, because this poem is related with our life. I want to give you one situation. Your birthday is very near and you have to purchase a cloth or a dress for you, and you went to a shop and the shopkeeper has shown you many dresses. Now the confusion, the dilemma of selecting one right option for you starts, and you are seeing so many clothes, you become confused. So you set some criteria for yourself, like your favorite color, design, pattern, trend, and then you go with a particular one and you purchase it. In the same way, when you are studying in class 10th, you will face dilemma that which stream I have to take for class 11, and then so many confusion is there, whether science, arts or commerce. Then you after a thorough process of decision making, you come to one point and you take that stream, whether it is science, arts or commerce or anything else. So this poem is all about the situation in the life where you face dilemma and you come up with one choice, one option after a critical thinking or decision making. And one more important fact is that whatever decision, whatever choice you are going to select, that is going to frame your future, that is going to frame the pathway of your life, and you will be the whole soul responsible person for that particular path of life, or for that particular future, whether the result is positive or negative. So we will be starting the poem, and before understanding or before explaining the poem, I want to give you a short brief of the poet Robert Frost. Robert Frost was born in 1874 and died in 1963. This poem, The Road Not Taken, was published for the first time in 1916. Robert Frost has written many poems which actually depicts the human reaction or human behavior with the nature. He has given the realistic view of the villagers and village, because he was from village background. So he was depicting the real scene or image of that particular area. Then he was a romantic poet. Romantic poet means he was in love with nature. It's not related to the love which exists between two individuals. He was in love with the nature. That's why in maximum of his work you will find that he has written about nature, or the behavior of the people with the nature. He has tried to present his subjects in a very simple way, so that common mass or common people can understand. So we will be talking about the poem The Road Not Taken. I will be first reciting the poem for you. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I couldn't travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it went in the undergrowth. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I shouted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a shy, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Robert Frost. This poem is having a A message for all of us, or the central idea of this poem, is about the choices which will be there in the life for each and every situation, and what we are going to finally select and what we will be selecting, that is going to impact our future. Means we are talking about making choices in life which shape our future. Means if a problem is there, we will have n number of solution, and what solution we are selecting and then implementing it, whatever result will be, we will be only the whole soul responsible for that particular solution. Then we will be starting the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I couldn't travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. First of all, see, this whole poem is divided into 4 stanzas, and each stanza is having 5 lines or verses. So how you are going to find out the rhyme scheme? So in the first stanza, you see means in every stanza, if you have to find out the rhyme scheme, you will be seeing the last word of that line or verse. Then what you are going to see here, it is wood. And the second line, both. Wood and both are not sounding same. So wood, I will give a name to wood, that will be A, and both to both as B. Then I will be going into third line, stood. Wood and stood, the sound is coming. So again A. Then could, the sound. Then again A. Then undergrowth. Both undergrowth, the sound. Then both are B. So when you will be going into the poem and you will be applying the same pattern like this, you will find that the whole rhyming scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B. So, now I will explain the first stanza. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Here the poet is saying that he is traveling through a forest, and the season is autumn season. From where you will come to know the season is autumn season? Yellow wood means a season when the color of leaves changes from green to yellow. So yellow wood means the poet is traveling through a forest where the color of the leaves is yellow. That means the season is autumn season. And what happens while he is traveling through the forest on a road, he saw that the road has separated, road has moved from a common point into 2 different directions. Like this. If it is a road, poet is traveling and it is he is traveling through the forest. ये forest है, ये road है. And at a common point where he came over a point from where he has seen that the roads had been diverged into 2 different directions. Poet forest के through जा रहा है, travel कर रहा है, और एक जगह आती है, एक point आता है road में, जहाँ से road diverged होती है 2 different directions में. And sorry, I couldn't travel both. And here the poet is saying sorry because he cannot travel both the roads. Why he cannot travel both the roads? Because he is the only traveler, and at same time he cannot do 2 things. So he is saying sorry as he cannot travel on both the roads at the same time. And be one traveler because he is only one traveler. Then what is the problem? He has to make a decision. As he is facing dilemma over here, on which road he is going to travel. Long I stood. For a long time he stood over this point and he is thinking that on which road he has to travel. For that, what he is doing? He is standing at that point from where the roads has been separated or moved into 2 different directions, and he is looking down the road as far as he could. Because after that, the road has bent under the undergrowth. The road has disappeared in the undergrowth. Undergrowth means it's a group of shrubs or small plants under the big tree. Means as far as he could see, his vision allows him. He is seeing. And then what happens? What happened? Finally, the road disappears. Why it disappears? Because now it is covered in the dense growth of bushes under big trees. Now he cannot see far beyond that. So he is thinking that which road he has to take, and for that he is seriously observing both the roads. So in stanza 1 we come to know that he is facing difficulty that on which road he has to travel, and he is thinking, he is making decision in his mind that how he will be deciding on which road he has to travel. So in this stanza we will come to know that the figure of poem or the poetic device which has been used in first stanza is assonance. Why assonance? Because in assonance there is repetition of vowel sound a, e, I, o, u. इनमें से किसी एक साउंड का बार बार रिपीटेशन होना. देखिए, two roads diverged in a yellow wood. रोड में o और येलो में o. तो o साउंड, o वॉवेल साउंड होता है, उसका रिपीटेशन हो रहा है, इसलिए ये एजोनेंस हो रहा है. मतलब वॉवेल साउंड का, चाहे a का, चाहे e का, चाहे I का, चाहे o का, u का, इनमें से किसी एक का भी रिपीटेशन नियर बाई वर्ड्स में हो रहा है, तो वहां हमारा एजोनेंस होता है. सो पहले ही लाइन में स्टैंजा 1 में टू रोड्स डाइवर्स्ड इन अ येलो वुड, तो रोड्स में ओ और येलो में ओ, ये जो है सेम साउंड है, तो यहाँ जो है एजोनेंस यूज हुआ है. फिर दूसरा आप देखिए, यहाँ आपको इमेजिन करना पड़ेगा, आपको दिमाग में सोचना पड़ेगा. आप जब पोएम पढ़ रहे हैं, यू हैव टू इमेजिन दैट द पोएट इज traveling through a dense forest, and suddenly at a point of time the road from that common point the road has been separated or branched off and are moving to different direction. This you have to imagine in your mind. That's why imagery has also been used in stanza 1. So we will be going for stanza 2 explanation here. Then took the other just as fair and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Now the poet is saying that the poet is saying that he has finally came with a option. Now the poet has came with an option which he will be selecting, and on which he will be acting to. He has finally selected the another road, because according to him this road will give him a good chance to discover new things, and having perhaps the better claim, because according to him this road is going to give him the right chance of exploring new things. Because why he has taken this decision? Because when he was looking down both the roads, he found that this another road this second road is more grassy as compared to the first one, and the leaves which are there on the road has not been worn out, has not been crushed, because traveler has not walked on that road. वो जो रोड है ना ग्रेसी है, और जो लीव्स जो पत्ते हैं जो रोड पे हैं उस पे कोई चढ़ा नहीं है, तो उससे वो पत्ते टूटे नहीं है. तो he thinks that this road is having better claim. It means this road is right for his journey, and he will come to witness many new things on this road. From this 3 lines we come to know that poet doesn't follow the mass. He goes with his own idea of seeing new things, idea of selecting new things in his life. Then though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. And after a moment, after a second, after selecting the path, after few seconds, he is thinking that both the roads are equal, because both the roads had been equally traveled by the travelers. So both the roads had been equally worn out by the travelers. जैसे उन्होंने डिसीजन लिया कि मुझे इस रोड के साथ जाना है, उसके बाद वो देखते हैं और बोलते हैं कि अरे दोनों रोड तो सेम ही ट्रैवल किए गए हैं ट्रैवलर से, तो there is no difference between both the roads. So again there is a confusion, because he is selecting one road on the basis of certain criteria, that it is grassy and it has been less traveled, that's why the leaves are not worn out, crushed, and suddenly within few seconds he is thinking that oh, both the roads are similar, they had been equally traveled, they had been equally worn out by the traveler. Then the poetic device of this stanza 2 is See the third line, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Grassy and wanted wear. Wanted is a human need. हमें कोई चीज चाहिए. We want water, we want food, we want air to breathe. But path cannot want anything. So wanted is a human need. So here we had used personification. यानी हमने ह्यूमन क्वालिटी फिर से दी, इसलिए यहाँ पे personification. I will be explaining rest to stanza in next video. So if you are having any doubt, you can comment in the comment section, so that I will be explaining the doubts over there. And if you like my channel, please subscribe it, and you can take a screenshot of this notes if you want. Thank you so much for your patience, for watching my video. Thank you so much. God bless you all.